guys!
Hey everybody, John and Susie here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. We have something really, really fun to share with you today.
Yeah, we're going to go through 10 popular printables that we see are trending now that will hopefully inspire you guys with some awesome ideas. They apply to a lot of different niches. So no matter what audience you serve, you can apply some of these product ideas to your own printable store and what you offer to your audience.
Absolutely. But we're going to get people who are coming in, joining us live, a couple seconds to get in. So if you are coming in, let us know where you're coming from and just say hello in the chat. We'd love to put your name and face up, or not necessarily your face, but your name up on the screen. So hello, Riley. Thank you for joining. Hope you're having a fantastic day.
Awesome. I want to share a productivity tip with you guys too in the beginning. And then we also have a free gift. Yay!
Woo! So which one do you want to do first here?
Oh, let's do the free gift.
Alrighty.
Yeah, why not?
So we have for you a little gift. Our business just turned 7 years old recently from when we started keeping track of the time.
Yeah.
And so we decided to put together what we've been using over the last several years to kind of help us at a big picture, stay productive. We call it the free, the big picture calendar for 2023. And you can get it if you go to freedombynumber.com/birthday-freebie. It should be up on the screen right now. And that's going to be the page that it looks like. So you can click on it, download it. It'll send it to you. It can help you be way more productive.
Yeah, I print it out every year. And I like to write down all, sorry, I heard about this. Write down all like our vacations coming up or the kids' birthdays or little holidays so that when you go through the normal ordinary time of just the weeks in and out and working and school time, the kids can look forward and see those good days coming. So I really like putting our road trip that we're going to go on in the summer and knowing, okay, it's only so many more months, so many more weeks until we hit that awesome vacation. And then the kids like to see it too. And at the end of the year, I try to keep track as much as I can on every day. And then at the end of the year, I roll it up and I can keep it as like a memory of all the things we did in 2023. So I'm very much a tactile person. Yeah. I like the physical side of it. I like memories. I have boxes of memories from 15 years ago.
It's a sore subject.
In that closet.
Time before me.
Yes. But that's informed me. Okay. Anyway, so it's a little knick-knack.
Don't get me started on the memory box. All right. Good to see everybody here who's in the chat. So go ahead and check that out. Last little call to action on the freebie, freedombynumber.com/birthday-freebie. One other tip is I like to print out a few. So we can have one for your business. You have one big picture for your business, right below, or maybe top one should be maybe your faith and personal life. So your big picture family. Then maybe if you have a school age kids, one for like keeping track of the school calendar, and then one for maybe your business as well. So you can kind of see things in the different cross sections of our lives.
Yes. I see somebody from South Africa and Kentucky.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you guys.
Hello,
thank you so
everybody.
Much for being here.
Alrighty. So we're going to dive into the top 10 printables for 2023, but first, a quick little story time. I'll take this story time here. Yeah. I have somebody who's very, very close to me. And this person, she has been talking about starting her business for the longest time. It's going onwards of a decade. I actually checked her website just to see what she was up to. She has not yet fully launched her website yet. So we're multiple years. And throughout the time of me kind of chatting with her and consulting her just as a friend, I've always told her, like, don't worry about all the things she's focused on. She's focused on getting suppliers in China, working on physical products, branding, having multiple brands, having joint deals, all these things that I think a lot of people in the beginning, they use overwhelm as kind of like an excuse to not get anything actually through the finish line. And so printables, while you might look at them and think, well, I'm not going to become a millionaire off of a $5 digital file, it will start getting that confidence and that motivation and actually progress towards that goal. And you'd be surprised at how much it can grow and scale.
Yeah, it's little steps. Printables can be used as freebies to grow your email list. They can be used as a product that you sell. Like it's a perfect place to kind of get started with creating your own product. They can be used if you already have other products. They can be used and bundled together. They can be bumps. This is okay if I look there, right? It feels more okay.
That's where you're at.
Okay, cool. Because I can't see much. Okay, cool. As bumps, they can be used as one-time offers. There's as bonuses on a sales page. So there's multiple ways that you can use printables to boost your business, even if it's your first product or your 30th product. There's different ways to use these small digital awesome files.
Absolutely. Here's one that's going to be showing up. Okay, very cool question. By the way, if you have any questions throughout the content here, we're going to go in and try to knock through this list of 10 for you and kind of keep it nice and condensed.
Yeah.
But any questions you have, we will be scrolling through at the end and do a little bit of Q&A. So ask all your questions in the box there. Wendy, we will get to that. Our little AI assistant automatically put that up.
All right. I did say I'm going to say a productivity tip, so I'll say real quick.
All right.
Because like somebody might be like, well, you said that, and now I'm not going to.
Stay to your word.
So John told his little story, which is awesome. Like, get started. Don't use procrastination. Overwhelm as procrastination. So this might seem really hard, and I feel like we've been doing really well at it. But this might not be for everyone. It's just dependent on that season in your life. So sometimes working late at night works for you. I get really tired at night. I feel just overwhelmed and kind of run down because I've been cleaning the house and working on the business and running behind the kids all day. So late at night for me to work is kind of hard. But what I've been doing, and I don't promise that this is going to work for everybody, but we're waking up at 4 in the morning. So the alarm's on, we just wake up and we get some stuff done. And it really helps because you never know what's going to happen the rest of the day. And you don't have to do this. I'm just saying that this is working for me right now.
I kind of skipped this morning.
In this moment. So it might work for a month. It might work for a couple more weeks. But in this moment, it really helps waking up super early, getting things done. Because then when the kids woke up, we saw one child was sick. So now she's home. So things always kind of get thrown at you during the day. And in the early morning hours, it's really quiet. So it might work for some, might not. So far, so good.
I love it. And you don't beat yourself up if you sleep until 4:30 or 5. Or 6 like me, but it can help you in different seasons of life. All right, so let's go ahead and start knocking through what we think are the top 10 printables for 2023. I'll go ahead and get us started with the first one, which is wall art prints. You guys probably know what that is, but you can put up digital files or even have print on demand where you can generate the graphics using even artificial intelligence. We'll talk about that in just a second. But you can create graphics that are beautiful, either using your own graphic skills, your freehand drawing, or using artificial intelligence like Jasper and other tools like that. And you can put them on Etsy. You can put them on your own website and even link it up where people can buy it and print it to Staples, or they can buy it and you can actually print it automatically and ship it to them on a printed canvas print, which is really, really cool.
And it doesn't just have to be like picture art. It can be words too. Upstairs, we have multiple different canvases that have just quotes on them. So I have this beautiful one by Mother Teresa that I like to walk around. Like when I'm feeling down, I like to read it. And it reminds me to be kind to everybody around me. So it doesn't just have to be art. It can just be a beautiful quote as well.
That's fantastic. All right. Number 2, you want to take that one, Susie?
Yeah. Planner pages. So if you guys have been with us for a little bit, you know that we launched the planner template late last year, and it's really awesome. It has over 100 pages. But planners always work for any niche. Anybody needs to feel like they're in control, that they can write things down, that they can accomplish small goals. And planners can be adjusted for if it's a business planner, then obviously there's going to be more to it. If it's a kids planner, say for somebody who's now 8 years old, like our daughter, who's a little behind, so behind on her homework. We didn't know this. We did not know she's so behind on homework, but now we saw she's like 30 lessons behind on this one Rocket Math cool.
I might have done her math homework last night. Don't tell anybody. Not all of it, but I helped her.
This is like a public confession here. I feel sorry. She's so in trouble.
Is this live?
Yes. Anyway, so even our 8-year-old daughter needs planner pages to get her, like a homework planner. Oh my gosh, I need to go create that.
It'll be in the store in the next couple of weeks. And also what's really cool about this is when you're getting launched with digital products in general, you might have a lot of that imposter syndrome of who am I? I'm not an expert in anything. I can't launch a course. I can't write a book, anything like that. But anybody can come up with planner pages. The beautiful thing about productivity as like a space is there's infinite number of ways of being productive. There's the getting things done. There's the personal Kanban. There is the Pomodoro technique. There's all these different ways to plan your work. And so you can just take some of that and then mix in your own little spice, or use some of the pre-designed things that we have, and you can put your own spin on it, your own graphics, your own branding, and that's your product now. And you don't need it. There's no copywriting on like recommending a certain type of productivity. So it's a great way to get started. And if you're feeling that imposter syndrome, sell something where the quality is imminently evident in the thing itself. Like it's a planner template, you can see it, you see where the value is. All right.
Awesome. Number 3 is coloring pages, not just for yourself, but for any kind of niche, teenagers, adults, people transitioning to different kind of journeys in life. I bought a coloring book about the national parks on our last road trip. And I'm like cherishing every page because I'm like, this is so intricate and so beautiful, and I don't want to mess up the Grand Canyon. But coloring pages, you might only think they're for kids. They're for adults too.
Absolutely. I don't know about y'all, but our anxiety levels just throughout life, as going through what we all went through a few years ago, and then now just getting back into this swing of normalcy, anxiety can be at an all-time high, kind of across the way. And while you can't always fix everything for everybody, you can give them healthy, nice outlets of creativity and just kind of helping people feel better. And coloring pages, at first I was like, that's kind of silly, but in reality, any healthy outlet is a really, really useful product.
Yeah.
It can be a learning experience and a family experience.
All right. So stickers are super fun. I just bought some stickers a couple of days ago. They came in a whole big pack, and then you can design them online. You can have them as digital stickers. So then the customer can take them and print them out on their Cricut or whatever system they want to use. It's a tool. But stickers are great because they're just designing little cute graphics online. And some of them were quotes, some of them were little images. And I got this whole big pack, and then I divided them into different gifts. I'm like, these apply to my sister-in-law, these apply to my mom-in-law. And that was really fun.
Nice. All right. Number 5 is invitations. And this is great for a number of reasons. Number 1, there are so many different things to plan for, so many different types of celebrations and events and meetings. So you can have a whole catalog of products that are made very easily with very small tweaks from one to the other, which can be helpful. And there's some that just want to get it done, and they will easily pay for a nicely designed template for a conference meeting for, I don't know, a ministry or something like that. So you can really niche down nicely with invitations. And if you're just getting started and you might not have that many customers yet, you can also offer to customize it for them.
Yes, they do that on Etsy a lot.
Exactly.
It's really good.
There are ways of like automating it, but that's later. Like when you get started, you can offer it and you can just communicate with them, make sure it's good, send them a proof, and then you can send them the file. And that can be a way to separate you when you're in that first little bit. And if you have personal communication with the customer, you're going to get your reviews up, your testimonials, and that can really help you grow and scale faster.
Wedding invitations do really well because people are happy to spend a lot of money on their wedding.
True that. We did.
Printable cards, greeting cards, thank you cards, any other types of cards. If you have a niche, say, for example, you have a very little Catholic Etsy store and you make printable cards for Christmas, but you have a special kind of design that you use, or there's so many quotes that you can use there. Just allowing people to niche down and making little cards for that niche, I think is really awesome, because that's what I go into Etsy all the time. I'm like, I want something super niche, super cute.
Yeah. And that can also expand into educational cards, like flashcards for our kid and her math homework. So there can be a lot of good uses for these different cards. All right. Next one, recipe cards. So again, recipes, we always think of food, which is obviously, I think, where it came from. But you can have recipe cards for a bunch of different things. If there's a quick little set of steps, like how to get ready for school in the morning, and you need to get your backpack, and you need to get this, and you need to do that, and you need to brush your teeth and tie your shoes. Like that could be a recipe card, and you can print that out and you can put it in different places. I'm saying that because we probably should create that too. Because every morning we say the same things, and that's what these recipe cards say, the same things.
And they're like, la, 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 la. Get your shoes on.
Have you put your shoes on? Oh, right. Have you brushed your teeth? Oh, right. It's like, how have we not gotten here yet?
So halfway through the school year.
And you can put them on the door before they leave. So anyways, we're venting a little bit because we're also parents and we go through the struggle with you
too. So if anybody creates these things, let us know.
But we might beat you to it. All right, next.
Printable calendars, like you guys see, the big picture calendar. That's one way that you can display a calendar. There's multiple different ways you can have each month by itself. People like to plan things. People want to feel in control. It's hard for us because we live in the present. It's hard to plan the future because it's not there yet. So having something physical or having a calendar or planner helps you be able to see that. So obviously, it's the obvious purpose of a calendar to help you see the future that you can't see.
Yep.
Yes. Let's see how awesome that is.
Amen to that. All right, number 9, printable bookmarks. We saw somebody do this, and it's a really clever idea. Yeah, it's super niche, right? It's bookmarks, and you might be able to call it as a subset for cards. But being able to design out all these little motivational quotes, like only one more chapter or whatever you might need to do to help you go through. We're trying to read a bit more this year.
Yes.
We're making that part of our resolutions. And while I'm a bit more of a Kindle guy, you're into the physical books.
I buy all the physical books.
When I read a physical book, I'm always doing the dog ear over every page, and I know that's just disrespectful to the book. So printable bookmarks would be a great thing.
Giving a little hug, like I'm using you, I'm touching you. It's here. I feel you.
Oh yeah. You're not selling the bookmark there if you're not. Holding it down there.
But also what you can put on the bookmark, and that's kind of what I'm thinking of. You can have like your list of your books that you want to read this year.
Ooh.
And then as you finish, you can check them off. So make the bookmark a checklist.
Ooh.
Like try to combine 2 printable ideas in one. And it's like, oh, that's cool. Yeah. It's not just a bookmark. It's a checklist bookmark.
Just blew my mind.
I know, right?
All right. And last one is printable labels. Why don't you take that one, Susie?
All right. So labels, I'm actually thinking about this right now. I want to organize the kids' playroom and their rooms, and I want to get nice, cute little bins, and then I want to put labels on them so I can say, here are the dinosaur toys, here are the building blocks, here's all the horse toys. So again, people feel a little chaotic, out of control, and the clutter is not the clutter, the toys. That's really fun. I like the toys. It's that balance of like, I want them to have toys and have a lot of fun, but I also want to have some sanity. So it's like I can't get rid of all the toys, but okay, it's a balance. So I want to organize the toys and have cute little printable labels. So then I'll feel happy when I look at all the toy bins, and they'll feel happy and they can read them. So that's how I want to use printable labels.
That's fantastic. So that is our rapid fire top 10 printable ideas for 2023. Hope you all are off to a great new year. Hope you're doing great there. If you are interested in some of this, but you might not have that path, we've already seen some of the Q&As about tech help or how do you make it work or how do you get started with all this. We do have a course. It's called printablesbynumber.com. I will show the page over here. If you go to printablesbynumber.com, it does walk through a ton. I think last time I checked, there are over 100 lessons. You don't need to go through all of them to get success, right? We want to make sure we're there with you from day 1 to day 1,000. But it is the process that we've used and thousands have used to get started selling some of these items. And it walks through things from the tech to the strategy to the marketing to the advertising, all that to building your printable business.
Love it.
So,
all right, want to do 5 minutes of Q&A?
That was super fun. Yeah,
yes.
Let's do 5 minutes. So if you have any questions.
Yeah, good. So I'm sorry. Also, let us know if you guys like this live, and then we'll do it again next week. So if nobody is sick, well, I mean, we have a sick kid, but it's okay. So let us know if you liked it.
I hope you like it. We're trying.
All right. So I saw Liz ask a question. I have a blog and an Etsy store. Should I sell my printables on Etsy or on my blog? If your blog already has traffic and you have an email list, just sell it on your website. You can charge higher prices. It converts better because there's not the distraction of other products competing for the person's attention. So if you already have an audience, an email list, and a blog that's getting traffic, definitely sell it on your website. If you don't, if you're still kind of in the beginning phases, and that's what Printables by Number goes through, start off with Etsy. Start there. Like, it's easy to start. You can list your printables in the same day. You can create them and list them. And it helps you with getting in front of an audience. You can also do a little bit of marketing on Etsy. You could send traffic to Etsy, but eventually you want to get off Etsy because it's a marketplace. You want to eventually get off Etsy and onto your own business.
Yeah, you can build an entire business off Etsy. We're not saying you can't do that, but we call that kind of phase 1. And we have 4 phases of growth with your printable store. And there is just so much more control and so much profitable options when you have control of the entire process. Blissful Learning, love that, asks, what is the best format to offer your printables, PDF, JPEGs, different sizes and things like that? I think it really does depend on what it is you're selling. Mm-hmm. Obviously, like we went from stickers to big picture calendars. So you just have to think about how do your customers want to use the thing. If you're selling stickers, I mean, in general, I'm going to go with PDF. It's probably a pretty... Mm-hmm. Across the board is going to be a helpful way to print it out because you have to think about also if it's designed to be printed, what control do they want to have? Sometimes you have more control over how you print a PDF over how you could print a picture image and things like that. But it really does depend on what you're doing. And then as far as sizes, again, if you want to print out a big picture calendar, like what we're offering you guys for a freebie today, that wouldn't really fit on a small sheet of paper. Because it's a big picture calendar, right? So
it's not big. It's in the name.
It's in the name. So you want to make sure you just always begin with the end in mind and design for the use case that they want to have.
Funnel software.
And our AI assistant is popping things up.
It's deciding what's popping.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that one yet.
All right. Well, now here we are.
Here we are. What funnel software do we recommend? Oh, golly. I get this question at least 10 times a day. So I also need to first disclaim that if you are on software A and it's working for you, or like you've already paid for it or whatever, and you hear I'm recommending software B, that doesn't mean cancel A and move to B. Don't slow down. Whatever you have and works, move on with that. That being said, given our audience, we want to make sure things stay simple, cost effective, and gives what most people need in an easy to understand package. And there's been a software that we've been pretty impressed with over the last couple of years of development called System.io. It's SY. If you go to freedombynumber.com/SIO, that's System.io, that's what we've been very interested in. You can get started for free for like up to 2,000 subscribers or something. So it's really generous, free plan. It's a terrible software for us as affiliates to recommend because it's free.
But it's really good.
But it's really good. And at this point, we want to make sure we get the exact right thing for most people. And we've just found it helps people simplify things a lot.
Yes. But we have used other software in the past, like ThriveCard, Teachable, ConvertKit. They're all great platforms. So if they're working for you, stick with them. ThriveCart we used for the longest time because it had a one-time cost, and then you never have to pay again. So that's the benefit of that platform. But it depends on what works for you and in your niche.
Yeah, I really hope that doesn't confuse anybody out there. Again, stay focused. That is the biggest thing. We'll take a couple more stickers if you want to answer that one. Let's see here. I just wanted to pop up. Yeah. Jamie said she just launched her blog today. Congratulations, Jamie. Hope you have fantastic success. Keep with it.
Yeah. So for printables and digital products, what's lovely about it is it's all digital. So if you sell the stickers as digital PNG files, so your background's transparent, then it's up to the customer to go decide where they print it out. They can print it all on sticker paper and then cut them out. They can use a machine to cut them out. Or they can just use them digitally too. Like people have GoodNotes and they use the little graphics digitally on their digital planners, all digital. So just keep it digital, and you can charge way less for it because you don't have any of that physical cost, shipping or inventory cost.
Cool. I think we'll take the last one.
Right.
Karina asked, how do you decide on one idea and stick to it, passion or profitable or both? That's a great question. Here is a couple of thoughts because everybody's going to have a slightly different way. I think Susie and I might have a different perspective on this. In the beginning, and I'll take this back to one of my corporate jobs. I got a really scary promotion into being like the manager over 40 plus people in an industry I was not passionate about. Quality. I was the manager of quality for Toyota, and it was nobody likes the quality control person, just so you know. But that was me. And so that was a situation where I was not passionate about it, but I was good at it. Like I had the mindset, I'm the engineer person, I'm the geek and all that. And so I was good at what I did. And so over time, while I was not passionate in the beginning, I was good at it. And that allowed me to over time develop the passion towards it. And after, 6 months of doing the job, I love quality control. So that's just coming from the place where a lot of people will go after their passions where there may not be the potential for profit in it. Or if in our courses, we do walk through market research to make sure there's opportunity there. But I don't want you to go after just following your passions in like a vacuum, because you want to make sure that you're going to also be successful with it. And that's where some of the proficiency and the market potential comes in.
Okay, I'll do a little spin on that. I think go after something that's profitable. If people are spending money on that niche, it's going to be a good niche because people are already buying. Or if you're solving a problem in that niche, it's a good one to go after. But there has to be a little passion, at least something, because we've seen it time and time again when we talk about something and there's no passion behind it. And it's just like, oh, here's this You sissy.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
I would like, I cannot believe the priests give homilies and babies are crying and so on. I would be so easily distracted. I mean, they're amazing. Anyway, so yes, you have to have a little bit of passion because people see that. If it doesn't come through, if there's no like joy or excitement or some life behind what you're talking about, I don't know how people see it, but they can feel it. And I've had people, which is so cool. Sometimes I write these weekly broadcasts, and I kind of have to like feel inspired before I write them. And then sometimes I write them and I'm just crying, and I'm like, this is such a good email. And then I don't know how people understand that, but I've had people reply back. They're like, I can feel you in this email. I'm like, thank you. Thank you. So yes, at least have a little bit of passion behind something. That passion can grow, but don't go into something just purely to go make, like talk about credit cards. Credit cards is a profitable niche. I would never talk about credit cards. Bores me. I don't really mind it. Something probably you would talk about.
And I like the travel hacking space, so I would probably enjoy that. And the last thing I'll say, Karina, especially if you're getting started with printables, don't feel like you have to be only in one niche. So don't feel like, okay, I'm doing wedding planner invitations, and for the next 10 years, you're doing nothing but wedding planner invitations. One of the beautiful things about printables is they can take like an hour or maybe a day to create. And so in the beginning, it's okay. Try to stay like in a general part of the world.
Same audience.
Yeah, like the who should stay somewhat the same, but the what can alter a little bit in what you sell to the who. But that way it allows you to kind of spread out and see what your audience gravitates towards, and that might help you niche down a little bit more.
I think that's good.
I think it's great, guys.
I have one more thing to say.
Oh,
all right. My cousin is on, Henry, and she's in South Africa. So, baie dankie, Henry. Dankie dat jy op is. Ek mis jou verskriklik baie.
Tot ziens. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us today. This video will be kind of spliced up and edited a little bit for you, and will live on, and the replay will be available. If you have any other questions, feel free to grab our freebie, which will get you on our email list as well, and we'll chat with you there.
Thank you guys for being here.
Bye.